Hello, good morning, everyone. Hello to our Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn viewers. Welcome to our Code Your Future with StackTrek 40 minutes coding workshop for non-coders. I am Isai and I'll be your host for this morning's coding workshop. Again, welcome everyone. And before we start, I would like to request everyone to please type in their names and please also indicate the place that you are watching from. So yun, I am seeing people from Antique, Iloilo, Nueva Ecija, Catanduanes. We have from Albay, Davao Oriental. Okay. May mga taga Visayas ba dyan? We already have Luzon and we have Negros, right? So we have Luzon, Visayas. So we have people watching and joining our workshop from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Once again, welcome to everyone. So before we start, we would just like to give you a few reminders for the workshop. So for those who have already registered, you have we have sent you an email for our pre-session assignment, but if you were not able to read, baka napunta sa spam or baka hindi nyo lang siya na-check, but please do check. But um I'll ano na lang din, I'll announce. Okay, so before we start, make sure that you already have a StackTrek account. So to create an account, simply go to HTTPS. So our team will be typing them in the comment section so that you could easily access um, StackTrek.com. So make sure that you already have an account before joining the workshop. And from that, once you have an account, or you just simply click join us today. So once you already created your account, make sure to open your email and look for the email verification sent to you by StackTrek so that you would be able to verify your account. Okay, so after verifying your account and once you have created your account, you simply go to the free courses and choose the Code Your Future Job Street Coding Workshop 01 and then click View Course. All right? So on the left side, you would be able to see the coding playground. So that is where we will be coding later. All right. So for those who have successfully enrolled, kindly type in the word enrolled in the comment section. All right. So for those who have successfully enrolled, kindly type uh there. Okay. So kindly type the word enrolled there. Okay. And just to take note that only those who completed the pre-session assignment, confirmed your attendance via the comment section, and completed the coding activity will be given the digital certificate of participation. So again, complete the pre-session assignment, confirm your attendance by typing your name and the place that you're watching from, and that you were able to complete the coding activity. So that is the time that you will be given the digital certificate of participation. All right, there. So may mga nag-comment na. So okay, good. Okay, so we already provided you the link as to where you can create your account and enroll in the course that we will be using for this morning. Okay, so I can see people enrolled. Okay, so for those who just joined us, make sure that you have completed the pre-session assignment that was sent to you via email so that you would be able to join us in the workshop in a while. All right. Okay, so I think wala namang problem. And also, if you have questions during the workshop, feel free to type them in the comment section. So if my questions, may mga concerns that you want us to address, our product team is on standby on all platforms to help you with the issues or the problems that you would be encountering during the workshop. Okay, enrolled. So let us know if you are having a hard time enrolling or creating your account so that we would be able to assist you. There. And Okay, so we already have enrolled. And also, before we end the workshop later, we will be having our full stack bootcamp info session. So after the workshop, please don't leave yet as we will be having our full stack bootcamp info session. Right. So let us not delay any further. So this is ito na yung exciting part. Papunta na tayo sa exciting part. You will be coding your first program in 40 minutes. And with that, I would like to call in our very own product manager at StackTrek, Miss Ariesa Ko. Hi, Ariesa.
Hello, hello. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear
Yes.
you.
Hello there. Good morning, everyone. So, a pleasant morning to all. Sige. Should we wait for the others or should we start na, Sai?
Mm-mm. Maybe we could start.
Okay. Sige. Sige. Saglit. Uh, okay. Wait lang, guys. Mag-share screen ako. Um, eto. Okay. Ito. Oops. Sorry. Okay. So, hello everyone. So, welcome to StackTrek, Job Street, and DICT's collaboration coding workshop for non-coders. So, it's a creating your very first program in 40 minutes. So, please note that we'll be using Python, and with that, Python is a programming language. Basically, very newbie friendly, and in terms of indention in terms of use, Python is widely used nowadays. So please take note of your code's indention because Python is very strict with indentions. Okay, so before we begin with your program, I'd like first to discuss some few things so that you'll be able um, to get now what's the meaning of some things in your program, no, or what's the gist of it. Okay, so in programming, we have this thing called data types. So data types are the different types of data that you actually get from the user, okay, and you actually use within your program. So we have here integers. So what are integers? So basically, integers are whole numbers. Okay, 5, 10, 20, 100, 1,000, etc. Whole numbers. Okay? In contrast to integers, we have floating point, or some languages will be able to call it double. So, floating point are data types which are numbers but with decimals. Okay? 2.5, 3.7, 4.5, so on and so forth. Okay? Basta may decimal, that's floating point already. Okay? And then we have here strings. So strings are series of characters. Okay, characters are denoted by is equivalent to alphabets. Okay, so strings are basically words, okay, or phrases or sentences. Okay, so series of characters, series of alphabets, okay, that comprises a word, a phrase, or a sentence. Okay, so this is how we display the string. Okay, you enclose it in double quote. Okay, this is a string. Or if it's a multi-line, or let's say hindi siya parang isang line lang na magpe-print, you use three single quotes. Okay, you enclose them in three single quotes. So usually in programming or in coding, when we open something, we close it. Okay, what do I mean by that? So when you have a double quote here, you need to use a double quote to close the string. Okay, just like here as well, if you have a open parenthesis, automatically it has a partner close parenthesis. Okay, that's the common mistakes of some, that they don't usually have this closing double quote or closing parenthesis, so that will yield an error. So next we have the conditional. So guys, please do not be afraid if like these kinds of things are not yet too familiar to you. That's fine, because this is just a gist uh, of what is programming. So we have here conditionals, or the if-else statements. Okay, this statement is used for decision making. If something is true, this block will execute. Else, this block will execute. So we have like for example here. Okay, so this one in your screen is what we call flowchart. So we use flowcharting to express or to visualize more how we actually decide in our program. So if income is greater than 500, that means I still have money to buy fried chicken. Else, I don't have money to buy fried chicken. So something like that. That's a very simple example. If allowance, so for students, so if allowance is greater than 250, then I'll be able to go to the nearest mall. Else, I won't be able to go to the nearest mall. Okay, so there are a few things. Now that's basically the if else statement. Conditions. What are the conditions for me to be able to do a certain action? Okay, so this is our playground. Okay, you'll be seeing it more later on. So let's go into the problem. So adulting is part of life. Okay, so for me as a millennial generation, um, we bit by bit slowly adapt into adulting. So adulting also means responsibility. Okay? It also equates to bills. Okay? So for some, they're trying to build their families already, or they're trying to somehow um, plan out their future, something like that. Adulting is also equivalent to uh, the real world. So to cut it short, so when we are in our adult stage or adulting na ba, sabi nila, we usually pay bills and we usually budget our money. And apart from which, we also wanted to save for our future, for our future self or our future family later on. No? Hindi naman kasi pinupulot lang yung money or yung income. It's your hard-earned money. Okay? So with that, we will be creating a program that will actually let you know if your budget, if you're in a tight budget, or if more than more than the needed ba, okay, more than what you have a income more than the needs of your household. So assume that you are paying all the bills in your household. Okay, and you wanted to know as well how much percentage falls into every bill category and how much savings are there left now for you to save, to know the income class as well that you fall into. Okay, so that you'll be able to know, I okay, a saving is a bit short, I want to save more. So we will be able to, let's say, check if you could do freelance, if you could do other things to gain money or to save more. It might be you put your aircon on timer, you adjust your food supplies, baka maraming nasisira lang, di naman nakakain, etc. etc. Okay, this is how you strategize. Okay, so budgeting. So that's the keyword for this program. So what are the inputs that we'll be needing? So from the user. So basically, if you create a program, just like in Facebook, inputs from the users are uploading videos, uploading photos, updating your status. Okay, those are inputs from the user. So with that, with our budget planner, etc., we'll be asking the user as well for their inputs. So number one, their income, their monthly income. Number two, their food bill. Number three, their water bill. Number four, their electricity bill. And number five, their transportation bill, or the cost of their transportation in a month. Okay? If you're familiar with, no, there's some wallets na meron siyang folder sa loob, then you try to label them, okay, food. Then you put there what's your budget, so on and so forth. This is like that wallet. You will be able to segregate how much you spend for food, how much you spend for water, electricity, transportation, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we have here the things you need to consider. So income range, if your earning or your income is less than 24,164. So basically guys, this income range and income class is from, I think, Money Max. No? Money Max for their statistics for 2022. Okay? Lower income class. Okay, so if your income range is 24,164.01 to 144,983.99, you're in the middle income class. And if it's above 144,984, that means you're in the upper income class. Okay, so I think marami pa siyang tidbit sana na income class. But for learning purposes, we just cut it short into three. Okay? So what will be the output for this program? What will you expect na lalabas sa program? So total income and income class. So basically, you'll know your what income class you're classified with. So bill for each category and its percentage. So percentage na, like for example, yung total bill mo is 10,000 pesos. So ilan yung napunta? How much percentage that goes to the water bill, how much percentage goes to the electricity bill, so on and so forth. Okay, so print if the income is enough and how much is the saving. How much did you save? Okay, if the income is not enough, how much money is needed? Okay, if your income is not enough, you'll be able to see, okay, I need to earn 5,000 pesos more or 10,000 pesos more to cover my expenses. Okay, so basically, this is the input later on that I'll be discussing. Okay? And basically, let's start with our workshop. Okay, so sandali. Alright. Okay. So, hello everyone. So, I hope you guys are enrolled already in the course. So, once you're enrolled, go into Playground. You have this blue button in the left side facing your screen. That's the coding playground. You click that. Okay. Once you click the coding playground, you will be redirected here. Okay? So, once you're in the playground, you click Python. Okay? Sorry sa mga... Right. So, once you're done, kindly type in playground. Okay, so once you're done, please type in playground in the comment section so that I'll be able to know the that you're in the playground already. So we can start together. Okay. Sige. Let's wait for the others. Eh, playground. Hey, okay. Alright. Okay. So, okay, so far so good. Okay. Alright. So let's start. So I can see comments already. So one thing that we could do first is to declare your variables. Okay? Your variables are like containers wherein you store them there some values. Okay, it's like a jar where you store candies, you store pastas and stuff like that. So let's have here some constant variables. So what we say by constant? Constant variables do not change until the end of the program. It does not change. Okay? So you have here constant values. Sorry. Constant values. So it's okay if you don't follow this one. This is just a comment so that you'll be able to know ano yung purpose niya. Okay? Lower income max. Okay? We will be declaring lower income max. So as you can see, the constant is denoted by uppercase. Okay? So that means 24,164 siya. Okay, that's the lower income max. So, upper income minimum. Okay, wait lang guys ah. Upper income minimum is equal to 144,984. So, if you take a look at the slides kanina, you have here the wait, hang on. Hello. Sige, sorry for that one. Okay, if you take a look at the slides, now you'll be able to see here kanina na we have here this one, right? So we have here this one, then this one. Okay? So as you can see here, we have the lower income max, then upper income minimum. Okay? So you go back to the problem. You always go back to the problem and analyze. Okay? Next, we have here total bill. Total underscore bill is equivalent to 0. Okay? Food underscore percentage, okay, is equal to 0. We need to initialize the value. Okay? So water underscore percentage is equal to 0. Okay? Electricity underscore percentage. So as what I've mentioned, we will be asking the user for the uh, water bill, electricity bill, so on and so forth. Then we calculate the percentage. Okay, is equal to 0. Okay, electricity underscore percentage. Then we have transportation underscore percentage is equal to 0. Okay, then you have here savings is equal to 0. Then you have here income class, income underscore class is equal to A. This means a entry string. Okay? So meaning kasi nito, it's a string value yung ine-expect ni output. Okay? For these ones, naka-number siya. Okay? Numbers. Okay, so once you're done with variables, kindly comment in variables so that I'll be able to know that we're on the same page. Okay? Variables lang yung ano mo, yung ilalagay niyo. So we have here, I'll try to comment variables. Okay? That I'll be able to know if we're on the same page. Okay, I could see some new users. So hello and welcome to the workshop. If you would like to see the instructions, I think the StackTrek team pinned the instructions in the comment section. Okay. Right. So far so good. Okay, so tandaan. Variables are like containers. You store their values. Okay, you store their values. Right. So we have next is how do we ask the user for the inputs? Okay, we need inputs so that we'll be able to know, we'll be able to calculate based on the inputs of the user. So what's next? We have here inputs. Okay, so the pound or the hashtag is the use of the hashtag or the pound is for comments. Okay, comments will not be read by your compiler, it will not be compiled, but rather it's for developers to have a parang clue, okay, on what's the purpose of that certain section. Inputs. So income is equal to float, okay, open close parenthesis, input, okay, open close parenthesis. So we actually did put float here because income or money, usually money, electricity, watts, something like that, kilo, usually it's denoted by float because um, it deals with decimal values. Okay, like for example, kilos. So 1.5 kilo of rice. It has a decimal value. So it's like income, 500.50 cents. Okay, so we have here food is equal to float, a open close parenthesis. Okay, so as you can see, no, automatic na din siya na may partner. So sorry, input, open close parenthesis. Okay. Then we ask water, okay, water bill nila, float, open close parenthesis, input, open close parenthesis. Okay. To go back to the problem, as you can see here, I've listed what are the inputs that we'll be getting from the user. Okay, ito na siya. Okay? So what are the missing inputs? We have here electricity. Electricity is equal to float, open close, input, open close. Ah. Then we have here the last but not the least, the transportation is equal to float, okay, open close, input, open close. Right. Okay. So if you're done with the inputs, kindly comment in the comment section inputs. Okay? So that will I'll be able to know if you have questions, etc. Bit by bit tayo. Kindly comment in the comment section inputs. Okay? Sige, I'll be waiting. Just what I've mentioned, you put here float, okay? So that we'll be able to convert the value into float. Okay? Why float? Floats are used, no? Float is being used when we deal with money, we deal with kilowatts, okay, measurements. Okay, so when we deal with grades as well, we could do floats, no? Say, yung grade niya will be 1.5, 1.25, so on and so forth. That's a float value. So on and so forth. Alright, so I guess, no? Okay na. Next, this is a bit a tricky part. So this is where we do your computation. Okay, so what happens in a computation? Okay, sorry, hindi ko siya na, ano. Okay, So what happens in your computation? Okay, so first, how do we compute the total bill? It's just like mathematics, guys. Parang basic math natin. Total bill underscore bill is equal to food plus water. Okay, basically, ilan yung na-consume in totality, no? Plus electricity, plus transportation. Okay, right. Okay, this is how you calculate the total bill. Food, water, electricity, and transportation. As what I've mentioned, let's assume that these are all the expenses in your household. Okay, you can add later on if there are other expenses like tuition and fees or any miscellaneous. That's fine. Just add here a input, then you add something here. Right? Next. So determine the percentage of each category. So how do we get the percentage? Simple math as well. Food underscore percentage. Okay, so guys, take note that this, okay, should be equivalent to this one. This should be equivalent to this one and everything else. No? You need to check, no, if may mga typo, etc. That's fine. No, when we code, it's not that yung first run nyo dapat tama na. It's a matter of how you know where ka nagkamali or saan ka nagkamali and which part. Okay? So, food percentage is equal to, okay, so in order to get the percentage na nasa food section natin, food divided by total bill, okay, times 100. Okay, to get the percentage. Okay? Same as true with the others. No? So, how do we do that? So, water underscore percentage, okay, is equal to, when close, water divided by total underscore bill, times 100. Okay? Next, what do we do? Okay, we check the electricity percentage. Okay, is equal to, open close, electricity divided by total bill times 100. Okay? Next, we have the transportation percentage. Transportation underscore percentage is equal to, open close, okay, transportation divided by total bill times 100. Okay, so that is how you get the percentage per category of your bill. No? Saan ba napupunta yung 50% ng total bill ko? Okay, with my household. Okay, so you'll be able to check and you'll be able to reassess later on. Okay, so once you're done, okay, so before we end this this line, no, or this section, okay, we also need to check, no, if savings, how do we calculate savings? Basically, income minus yung total bill, yung expenses natin. Okay? So, once you're done with the section, kindly comment in computation. Okay, this is the computation section. This is how we calculate the total bill. This is how we get the percentage. Okay? Percentage na napupunta or the percentage of the total bill na for the food, for the water, electricity, so on and so forth. And this is where you also check if how much ba yung savings. Okay? Sige, computation. If you're done, you have computation. Sige. While you are still commenting, no, I'd like to review. So this one is constant values. So meaning it won't change, okay, until the end of the program. Okay, wala siyang recomputation. You don't change the value. It's constant. Okay? So we have here variables. So variables are used to store, okay? Store values. It's like a container, is what I've mentioned, or a box where you store your toys. It's basically storing values. Okay? The inputs. This is where we ask the user for inputs. What inputs do we need? Okay? Just like as well in Shopee for per se. You get the inputs. What do the customers wanted to buy? They click buy, then add to cart. That's an input from the user. Okay. Um, their address, no? Shipping address. That's also an input from the user. Shopee doesn't automatically detect your address. No? Where do you want your parcel to be delivered? Or your package to be delivered? Okay. Computation. Basically, this is where the math comes in. Now you compute the total bill, just like in Shopee, you the system calculates how much is the shipping fee, shipping cost of your item, how much is your voucher deduction, okay? How much is your total bill based on the items that you bought, okay? So on and so forth, right? All right, so far so good. So we still we just have two more sections, then we're okay. You have your first budget calculated already. Okay, so this time we have here, sorry, conditionals. If you recall what I've told you about conditionals, conditionals are basically the conditions. What will happen if this happened? Okay, let's say, um, what will happen if a certain student has a grade of um lower than 75. Let's assume 75 is a passing. Okay? So, okay. So I've seen here. Okay. So thank you, Vincent. So yes, that's savings. Sorry. My bad. So this is savings here above. Okay. So thank you. Okay. So conditionals. So okay, if income is less than or equal to the lower income max, meaning lower siya, colon, okay, make sure that when you hit enter, na-indented siya. Okay? This is indented. Okay? Income underscore class is equal to, okay, lower income class. Okay? Meaning, if the income is less than or equal to the lower income max, that means you're in the lower income class. Okay? Next. Okay? So, lumabas ka sa tab. Okay? Kasi, the thing here is, the things inside your tab is equivalent na yun yung magra-run if that if this condition is true. So kasi dito, we'll be checking again. Else if, it's like, if hindi siya, okay, okay, else if, sorry, elif, sorry for some languages, we use else if kasi, sorry. Income is greater than, okay, lower income max, okay, and so what's the purpose of and? Okay, it's like in English. if this statement is true, and if this statement is true, then we execute. Okay, we have this thing called OR as well. If OR naman yung ginagamit, if one statement is true and the others is false, that will yield true. So in mathematics, we have this truth table, or in logic, no? Always remember, if you use AND, both values should be true. And if you use OR, either of the values should be true will be okay. Or nga. Okay? So, hindi siya kailangan na dalawang values yung true. Right? Okay. So, end income. So, meaning dalawa yung conditions nito. Income is less than upper income max. Okay? Sorry. Upper income minimum. My bad. Okay? Colon. Okay, what happens? Ano yung income class niya if dito siya? Income, income underscore class, okay, is equal to middle income class, right? If income is greater than lower income max and income is less than upper income max minimum, okay, so the income class is middle income class. Okay, next, last, else yung hindi talaga, if walang true talaga dito. Okay? Ano yung class niya? So, income class, income underscore class is equal to upper income class. Right? So, these are the conditions. We check the income. Okay? Income is less than or equal to lower income max. That means lower income siya. Else if no conditions, then middle income class. And if wala talaga, that means you're in the upper income class. Right? So once you're done, guys, kindly key in here conditionals in the comment section. Then we proceed to the very last. Okay? Kindly key in their conditionals. Right? Sige, we'll wait. So always remember this one. This is colon. Guys, colon. Okay, so baka kasi, makaligtaan nyo. Okay, colon din dito. Right? So far, so good. We'll proceed to the printing part. Right? So printing part is just like output printing. Right? So far, so good. Right? So print, yeah. Okay lang naman. Yep. Okay lang naman. I could see one comment here, shortcut, something like that. Yeah, it's fine. So, print, ano yung print natin? So, basically, the header, summary. Okay? Then, print, okay? Open, close parenthesis. So, inside that, you put here your string, enclosed in double quote. So, income, okay? Space, plus means i-append natin. str is string, okay? Because your income, as you can see here, float siya, and we wanted to print it out. So, i-conversion natin into string so that ma-append siya or madudugtong siya. Income, okay? Plus, open, close, double quote again, dash, okay? Plus, okay? Income class, okay? The program will be able to determine yung income class mo. Income underscore class. right? So why didn't we actually enclose income class in a string? Because as per discuss kanina, yung line 12 natin, naka-string na siya. Okay? Kasi yung income naka-number siya. That's why we need to parse or to change the data type. Okay? Right. So print, isa-isahin na natin. So let's print food, open, close, double quote, food, okay, space, tapos, plus str, okay, we need to put space here, sorry, open, close, parenthesis, food, okay, plus, okay, open, close, double quote, PHP, or the peso, okay, okay, so open, close, double quote, plus, okay, open, close, curly brackets, okay, 0.2f, okay, so you can see here, good. Tapos, maglalagay tayo ng, okay, dot format. Tapos, ano yung ifo-format natin? Food underscore percentage, okay, plus, and close ulit. Okay. Lagay natin yung percentage dito. Okay. So, with that, here, okay, then this. Okay, let's check muna, no? If we have pairs. Okay, so it's important to have pairs. So this one paired with this one paired with this one, and this one paired with this one. Okay, sige. So far, so good. Okay, so what we do here? So since the format is the same, we could actually copy this one, okay, for the other commodities. No? And we just change the um, variable. Okay, so what do we mean by that? Food to siya. Then you change here with water. Okay, you change this water as well. And you change their water percentage. Water underscore percentage. Okay, since you have the same format naman. Make sure that it's really the same. Okay, before you copy paste. Okay, copy here. We have here electricity. Okay, you change this into electricity. Then you change here electricity percentage. Okay, yun. Then you copy again. Copy and paste. You have here, last, transportation. We change this into transportation. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay, sorry guys. Now, for this one, should be this one. Colon, not dot. My bad. Okay, colon, dot. Okay. Okay, so lagyan nyo ng colon. Colon, dot. Colon, dot. Okay. My bad. Okay, colon, dot, 2F. Okay, again. Colon, dot, 2F. Colon, dot, 2F. Okay. So transportation, then you change here to transportation percentage. Done. Then we have here your total bill. So since wala ng percentage yung total bill mo, you don't copy and paste, but you create again a print statement that would actually pull, okay, your total bill. Total bill, okay, plus STR, there, total underscore bill, okay, tapos lagyan nyo ng currency, AHP, okay. Okay, so last, to check whether you save from your budget or medyo negative ka, may condition na maliit dito. If savings is greater than or equal to 0, colon, that means you will print you are in budget and you saved some amount, okay, plus SER, okay, savings. Okay, so why did I actually put STR again? Because savings is a number by nature. Okay, so to print it out, so i-convert mo siya into STR. Right? So else, what will happen? Else, okay, print, okay, you are in short budget, okay, you need more money or you need more savings. Okay, so how do we do this? You need plus SDR, okay, savings, okay, kasi negative siya eh. So to let you see na magpa-positive siya, we multiply this by -1. Kasi by nature, kapag kulang, di ba, nagne-negative siya. So, but for us to be able to read it properly, we multiply it by -1. So, to make it positive. Savings times -1, okay, plus, okay, the currency. Sorry. Okay. So, I do hope I didn't miss anything. Okay. Sige. Okay. So, dito pala, I forgot to add, no, plus PHP, yung currency niya. Okay? Hindi siya na-add. Okay, let's review a bit before running. Okay. Colon that 2F, colon that 2F. Okay. Sige. Okay, so far so good. We'll just recheck later on if I'll just go back. No, there's something wrong. So before you execute your code, okay, always remember to put a custom input. Okay, what will be your input? So let's say on my end now. Sige. Let's say yung income ko is 50,000 pesos. Okay, next. Yung food, say 5,000. Tapos yung water, okay. Yung water will be, let's say, 2,000. Okay, tapos yung electricity ko will be, say, 15,000. Okay, assume. Your transportation will be approximately 3,000. Okay? So, you always put on custom input. Okay? So, once we're done, we'll try to um, check. No? Try to execute the code. Okay? So, there you go. So, you have summary here. The income, okay, is 50,000. That means you're in the middle income class. Okay, so food is 5,000. That's 20% of the totality, which is 25,000. You're in budget and you save 25,000 pesos. Okay, as you can see here, may percentage siya, meaning, and the total bill na 25,000, most of, most of na napupunta siya sa electricity. Okay? Then, next will be the food. Then, you have here your transportation. Then, yung water. Okay? So, you'll be able to see, uy, saan ba napunta yung ano ko? Yung pera ko. You'll be able to see it from here. Okay? So, I guess, no, that ends our your first ever program. Okay? So, you'll be able to see here, sang income class ka, um, which percentage has the most value dun sa budget. Okay? So if you're done, kindly comment in done. And if you have questions, product team will be able to answer, and me as well. So I'll be able to stand by pa naman for some few minutes. If you have question, if you're done, just comment their budget. Okay, so we'll be able to know that you're done. Okay, okay. So Sam, okay. What's your error, Vincent? You could actually put in the comment section so that the team will be able to help you. So, Sam, baka hindi ko makita yung comments ninyo because it's a bit limited because I'm using my screen to share screen pa. Okay, Vincent, you could comment there your error naman. So, we'll be able to help. The usual. Okay, so indentation error would usually occur if like dito siya. Now, you check if this is a line. Isang line lang siya. Okay? Dapat isang line lang sila. Yung indentation niya, dapat yung print, mga ganito, nasa loob. Okay? So, this one should be aligned. Okay? But this one, no, yung mga mag-execute the line should be inside. Yeah, indented block should be somewhere here. No? You check. Usually, you need to check if your if and else is aligned. Yung if, elif, and else is aligned. Okay? Okay? Sige, try to check. It's debugging is always part of programming. Di naman siya na first mo na run na dapat correct siya. Eh, EOF, when reading a line, you need to put an input. Okay, always remember you need to put inputs before you execute your code. Okay? Yep. Okay. Isai, are you here? Yun.
Yep, I'm here.
Yes, I we're done. Some questions will be handled by the team na lang in the comment.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so much, Ariesa,
Thank
for
you.
our 40-minute coding workshop. And for those who are still continuing, so we still have our product team on standby. So just feel free to comment the error or any issue that you are encountering while doing your code. And our product team will be assisting you. Thank you so much, Ariesa, for your
Thank you. Thank you
time.
so much. Yun.
All right. So there you have it. So for those who have successfully completed their code in 40 minutes, congratulations. You are one step closer to becoming a programmer. Galing. Okay. So and also, once you have successfully coded your program, don't forget to screenshot as you will be attaching that later in the certificate, the form that you will be filling out for the certificate. Again, once you have successfully completed your code, don't forget to screenshot your completed code there. Okay, so again, if you still have any questions, concerns, any errors that you're encountering, feel free to comment them in, and our product team will be assisting you in our platforms. And with that one, all right. There. So again, congratulations. You are one step closer to becoming a programmer. And now we proceed to our full stack bootcamp info session. For those participants who are with us right now who are interested to shift or to pursue a career in tech. So I would like to call in our very own head of growth at StackTrek, Miss Haifa Karina Baluyos.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you again and congratulations. You are able to complete your first code. So congratulations sa mga nag-type ng done, and for those who are still trying to figure out, suggestion is that to really add your code in the comment section so that the team can help you address them. Okay? So in the meantime, I'd like to ask my help from my team to share screen because hindi nag-share screen yung ano ko. Ayan. Thank you so much, team. So, for those who are already done with your code and we see that you are interested in entering the IT industry, we may also have here participants who are not in the IT industry, you are not an IT professional, but you are interested to enter the IT industry. So, what is next for you? So, if you are now at the point wherein you are convinced that IT is really for you, and in the next few months, you really want to have a job or you really want to be a tech professional already. So, how can we help you achieve that? So, as you can see in your screen, we are offering the StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp, wherein you will become a job ready programmer in just 4 months. And with that one, there are two options here. We have the co-living and the digital coding bootcamp. Later on, you'll know more about that one. And as we go through the presentation, feel free to add your comments or questions as we try to address your questions later on. Don't worry, it will be a quick one and hopefully it will help you if you really want to accelerate your journey as a coder in the tech industry. All right, so imagine if you already applied to the boot camp. You applied to the boot camp and you took the screening process and you earned a slot in the boot camp. What is the bootcamp like? So in the next few slides, we'll be sharing you a virtual tour of what these learners, if you become a boot camper, what is it like? What is the experience like? Okay, so next slide. So there In the next few slides, you will be taking you through a tour of the boot camp. So the first thing that you will do as a boot camper is you will be having your daily discussions with your trainers and peers. So that's the first thing that you do in your schedule. So this is daily. And then with that one, you as you go through the training, you are also building real world applications. These are not just theoretical, you are actually building real world applications wherein you will be able to use those projects at the end, wherein once you start applying to jobs, you already have a portfolio with you that you can use to showcase the skills that you acquired to the employers or to the companies that you want to be part of. And after the daily discussions, you will now start working on the modules. So these are hands-on coding modules. Remember, as we go through the bootcamp, we focus more on hands-on coding more than just the theoretical. The reason for this is that as you do more coding, you retain what it is that you learn. Okay, and then you also have the advanced curriculum because we want to make sure that whatever you learn in the bootcamp is very relevant to the industry today. The technologies you learn, let's say from 5 years ago, are quite different than the technologies that you are learning or what is being used today in the industry. And also, it is project based. So every month, you also have different projects that you'll be working on. So every month is different depending on the topic that you will be learning. Okay, so next slide. Next is that as you go through the module, so the first thing you do, right, is you do the daily discussions with your trainers and your peers. Next is that you take on the modules, the exercises, you try to learn them and apply them with the projects that you are working on. Now, when you are having challenges, let's say you are in one part of your code wherein you're having difficulty. The good thing about the bootcamp is that you have one-on-one live trainers wherein in just one click you will be able to reach out, you get connected to a trainer, and then you can ask the trainer for help. And what's the good thing about this is that you can actually talk to the trainer and code together with your trainer. So this is what it looks like. Next slide. So here is a video of a learner named John, and John is asking for help in one of the trainers. So just in one click, he got connected to a trainer. And now, as you can see, they are coding together. That means it's not, since you can code together with your trainer, the trainer can see is your code, what your code looks like, and then that trainer can see, ito yung problem mo dyan. So this is how we are going to fix it. That way, mas naisipin mo na lang na parang katabi mo na yung trainer mo. So it feels more interactive and personal knowing na you feel like your trainer is with you as you try to learn and go through the learning process of coding. Okay, so the next video that we are going to show you is one of the various projects or one of the projects that the learners are doing. So as you can see, since a lot of the modules really focus on hands-on talaga siya, and you are building projects, at the end of this one, you will already build your own portfolio with your own code that you can showcase to employers once you start applying. So one of the challenges, if let's say you are a fresh graduate or you are a non-coder or a tech career shifter and you wanted to apply to an IT job, one of the challenges there is that you have zero experience. So having a portfolio that shows your skill or that showcases the projects that you built using your own skills really helps a lot in making sure that, okay, even if this person has zero experience, but this person was able to showcase eto yung code niya, and it seems like, okay, in terms of skill this person is able to show it through projects. So that gives you another advantage over the others na pareho kayo zero experience. So this is very important. Another thing that we would like to highlight in the bootcamp is that, diba, you are already working on projects. You are applying the skills that you learn. One of the highlights of the bootcamp is that we focus more on your foundation. Why would we want to focus on your coding foundation? It's because in the IT industry, technologies change a lot. So whatever it is that you learn today, the technology that you learn today, the version of that one is quite different 1 year from now, 3 years from now, or 5 years from now. That means you have to adapt quickly. And having a strong, solid foundation in coding, which is what we focus on, especially in the first few weeks, would allow you to adapt quickly. And hindi lang yan, once you start to learn, once you start having a strong foundation, also allows you to, if in the future you will be assigned in a different project and you will need to learn a new language, that means you are now at the point where in learning new languages is easier for you. It's not that hard anymore because your foundation is strong already. Okay, so for our next video, and this is the last video for this session, is that this is an example of a website. So every month we have demo days, and this is one of the examples of a non-coder na first with zero background. He's a non-coder, but he was able to build this website in just 1 month. So you can imagine on your own, if you are not a coder or kasa start mo pa lang, in 1 month, you will be able to build something similar to this one already. There you go. And having a website, having these demo days, since this is project based, this is something that you can already use to showcase your skills to future employers. Okay. So for our next slide, all right. So here, what you use in the bootcamp is um, is one of the top 10 edtech technology here in Southeast Asia. And who are the judges of these award? These are coming from Google, Udemy, AWS, and Wikipedia. So you can ensure that the technology that you are using as you learn coding is really vouched by these big tech companies. And you can also ensure that the platform that you are using is really designed to help you learn in the most efficient and optimal way. Next slide. And the good thing about being in the StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp is that you get 17% more coding hours because a lot of the things that you will be doing in the bootcamp is really more on hands-on. So as you do more hands-on, you retain more because you get to practice what you learned more. Next slide. Okay, and there you have it. We have two options for the bootcamp. Now you can already imagine, okay, if I join this bootcamp and I earned a slot, this is what it looks like. You got the daily discussions, you get the modules and the hands-on exercises, and you build your own portfolio through the projects that you learned. Now there are two types of bootcamp. So one, we have the co-living, and the other one is the digital. So we'd like to cover first the digital. We see that the participants in this session you guys are coming from all over the Philippines. The benefits of doing the digital bootcamp is you don't have to go anywhere. You can take the bootcamp even if you are just at home. So if you are in the province, you can just be with your family and take this coding bootcamp. Or if you are the kind of person who likes to travel, then you can also take this bootcamp while you are traveling. Now, the other one is the co-living. So if you prefer to have the experience, so just to highlight, this is the first here in the Philippines wherein you take the coding bootcamp and you will be taking the bootcamp in one facility in one of our coding campuses, and you will be with other learners as well. That means in one building you will be with other learners. So if you're having challenges, apart from talking to your trainers, you have peers whom you can discuss your codes with. So it's quite different because you are together, and we can just focus on the learning itself. So next slide. So more on the co-living part. So the co-living really is more than just a boot camp that acquires you the learning, the skills that you need to become job ready. Here, it's an experience. Food is provided, accommodation is provided, and beyond that one, of course, you won't be coding 24 hours a day. On weekends, you will need to have a breather, or after coding throughout the day, at night you will need to do you want to freshen up or do something else. So in this co-living bootcamp, there are other experiences and perks that you will also get. So next slide. So apart from being just with your peers, there are a lot of facilities here that you can avail of or you can leverage on. So here there are rooftops wherein you need some air or some sunshine. You can go there. There are lounges wherein you can just chill, and there you can bond with other boot campers in the buildings as well. Next slide. There you go it. So in the co-living bootcamp, you learn, which is the most important thing that you need if you want to be a job-ready programmer in 4 months. You also get inspiration because in this experience, there will be in-person sessions that we invite from our partners. They can be there and give talks to you. Play. There are barbecue nights, there are movie nights, and weekend parties that you can be part of. So it's very different than just a typical boot camp. It's a combination of learning and fun. Okay, so next slide. So here we partnered with My Town, and they have various buildings across BGC, and a lot of the tech companies today are based in BGC. So imagine if you are already there. Now you have a preview that the tech companies that you want to be with, to work with, are just 5 minutes walking distance away. There. Next slide. And with this one, the benefits of being in the StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp is that we have job partners who are willing, even if you have zero experience, even if you are just starting out, even if you just learned coding in 4 months, we made arrangements with our partners that if you graduate from the bootcamp, you would have at least 25 to 30K starting salary. Remember, you have zero experience, but you already get this starting salary already. Of course, it can be higher if you are able to prove and showcase that you can actually do more than the basic requirements that they have. If they see that you are skillful, then they can even give you more beyond just this starting salary. And also, if you are worried that, after I graduate the bootcamp, baka hindi ako makahanap ng trabaho. So that's not a problem because as of today, we have secured over 1,500 plus tech jobs for all of our graduates. And these are just some of the tech companies that we work with that are willing to give you job opportunities. Next slide. Okay, so speaking of opportunities, we're almost at the end of the info session. So all of beyond just a coding bootcamp wherein you acquire skills, a big difference of the StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp is that we really guide you all throughout the career journey. So from the starting point until you land your first job. And how are we going to help you land your first job? So one, all graduates will have guaranteed job interviews with our job partners, and we are increasing also our number of job partners. So there you have it. You get guaranteed job interviews. Now, if you belong to the top 30% of the graduates, you are guaranteed job offers already. So it's more than just interview. So it's more than just an interview. You're actually getting guaranteed job offers already. So this way you can focus more on really doing well in the boot camp, and at the end of it you are already guaranteed with job offers. And next slide. So here, why IT? One, it is more than just a job that gives you a highly high compensation. You can work remotely. Growth is really good because technology evolves, and as it evolves, technology grows. You also grow your skill and your experience, and also how you work with various technologies and products as well there. So here you can see the different salaries of being an IT professional. 1 to 4 years, you get 45K monthly. 5 years, you get 80K monthly. When you become a manager, it's 92. And if you become a senior manager, you get 172K monthly as your starting salary. So these are the industry salaries today. And it's something, if this is something that you are interested in, then you are in the right path because you just attended your first workshop and you just coded your first code in the last 40 minutes. And next slide. So there you have it. That's the end of the info session. If this is something that you see is a good opportunity for you, not just to acquire skill, but you really to help you land your first tech job, then you can apply now. Here you can see the link to the application form. Automatically, once you submit the application form, you will be receiving an email on the next step. So it's bit.ly/StackTrek Bootcamp application. And by the way, it's a first come, first serve. So if you apply now, and since we only have limited slots, that means if you apply now, you have more chances of getting in and getting an available slot. And finally, for my last slide, there, if you have any questions next, message us on Facebook. So if you have questions regarding the ones that we described earlier regarding the bootcamp, find us on Facebook. It's StackTrek, and then feel free to message us from there. We have a team who is very responsive, and that you can just throw in your questions regarding the bootcamp. All the details will be able to provide there from chat as well. And that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. My name is Haifa, and I'm bringing back the floor now to Isai.
There. Thank you so much, Haifa, for giving us a very quick information about our full stack bootcamp. And again, for those who are interested to be part of our full stack bootcamp, so just message us on Facebook. All right. So I can see some people here who are still trying to solve their code earlier. So by the way, for those who have completely for those who have completed their code, make sure to submit your information via the bit.ly link that we have sent in the comment section, and I think we will be flashing it there. So it's on the screen. So submit your information via bit.ly/CYF0920E dash cert. Okay. Right. And for those who are still interested to know more about our full stack bootcamp, or if you know someone who is somehow interested to pursue a career in tech, so we invite you to our upcoming info session this coming Thursday, September 22 at 11 a.m. Just reserve or register via bit.ly/StackTrekBootcamp-SEP22. That's bit.ly/StackTrekBootcamp-SEP22. All right. Again, if you have any questions about the bootcamp, make sure to message us at fb.com/StackTrek. So visit our official Facebook page, and our team would be very glad to assist you in all of your inquiries. And since you already started your journey in programming, so this might be something for you also. It's still ongoing. The Philippines' largest online programming league, Stack League. All right. So a lot of opportunities await for you. We have cash prizes, tech trainings, thousands of giveaways, and possible tech job opportunities. So this is also one way for you to practice your programming skills. Again, any questions, email us at info@stacktrek.com. And this is not just the only event that we will be doing. We still have a lot of events for you. And make sure to get the latest updates via fb.com/stacktrek/events to know more of our upcoming events. And there you have it once again. Congratulations, everyone who completed their first program in 40 minutes. Once again, we hope to see you in our upcoming Code Your Future events. Again, thank you so much. In behalf of the StackTrek team, we would like to say thank you and see you soon. This has been Isai. Have a good day, everyone.